welcome to Grounds Patrol, the Newgrounds Creators Podcast. My name is Will Comer, I'm your host. Welcome to episode 12, the Collab Roundtable, otherwise known as Grounds Patrol, the SleepyCabin episode with occasional special guest, me. It's gonna be fun, stay tuned. We had a lot of love for the last episode of Tomar. I think by the reaction to the Tomar episode, you can sort of tell how beloved of a guy Josh is with everybody. I mean, Tomamoto is a name on Newgrounds. I mean, a name. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. Couple of good reviews. Lewis, who was actually name-dropped in the episode, says, fun episode. I've known Tomar for many years, and he's taught me a ton about humility and getting involved with and being around creative people. I mean, if there's any humble and creative people around there, it's Tomar himself. He just seems like the kind of guy to me that is easy to work with for basically any art form. I will totally see that. Snackers says, okay, I take it back. Grounds Patrol is a pretty good podcast. I'll always be a cricket, but good work, Will. I'm a fan. Take that, a couple of crickets. I got one. I got one of yours. I took him for myself. Probably not true. Snail Pirate says, really great episode. I always love being able to hear the stories of how people have gotten to where they are with their creative endeavors. Tomar is a real cool person. He'd be cooler in my book, though, if he revealed the location of the Tomar Emeralds. I mean, I tried. At the end, I tried to ask. I didn't remember what they were called because I don't watch the Oni Plays that much, but I did try a little bit. Not really. Anybody who's a big Oni Plays fan, I feel like I sort of let down because I didn't know enough about that to ask any real questions, but I might have to watch some of that at some point. Anyway, here we are, the Collab Roundtable. Okay, so it's 4 guys crowded around a microphone in the Newgrounds office, doing their bits and bobs and just having a lot of fun. Now, if you've heard anything these guys have ever done, I'm not going to surprise you when I say content warning for this entire episode. It has all of the stuff. It has strong language, offensive humor, joking mentions of suicide basically all the time, and basically everything else anybody could be offended by. This has it. There's a lot of cool stuff about, behind the scenes stories from the big Newgrounds collabs that they've all been part of. There's also just a lot of ranting and laughing and cursing. I, at one point, kind of get quiet. You'll hear me kind of stop talking as much and let them do their thing. So, listen to this with me and enjoy. I'll talk to you on the other side.
Welcome to the Grounds Patrol podcast.
Yeah.
I'm the host.
I'm the host.
Do you want to host it? You want to host this one and I'll just be a guest? Do you want to flip-flop? Do a little switch?
Let's do that.
We'll conduct the interview for you.
Question.
How do you love Newgrounds?
It's okay. It's on a good day. It's all right.
Wow.
Good answer.
All right. Damn.
Just so you know, because this is very professional, at one point, I think like 45 minutes in, my girlfriend is actually going to come in and I'm going to have to take a couple minutes to let her in.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you know.
Okay,
That's
then I have a special request.
Yeah, what's up?
Can Jeff's husband sit in on this one?
Thought he was already here.
Oh.
Damn, get on.
Seriously. Holy fuck.
No, but seriously, do me and the listeners a favor and just go around one by one and say who you are and, in short, what we're gonna know you for.
Well, this over here, I don't know.
What they're gonna know us for?
We just gotta introduce ourselves. What he's saying. So go ahead, Ivan. You start.
I'm Ivan Almighty. I made a shitty Butterfinger ad. That's it.
Don't do that.
That's it.
You've done a little more than that.
I helped on the Smash collab.
You hosted Pico Day.
Something like that.
And you put together the first collab too.
More or less.
You MacGyver items.
More or less.
How about the person to our right explains what the person did so we're not all flagellating ourselves?
That's fine.
Okay. I'm David. I'm PhantomArcade. And
I'm to the right, so...
you broke Jeff's rule, goddammit. I'm David. I'm PhantomArcade. I did a cartoon for the Dragon Ball Z collab where Frieza punches the dick spiders, and I did the cartoon in the Smash collab where they'll have to choose 5 DLC characters and Goku kills all of them.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm Corey Spazkid. I did the...
What have you done?
I've done the Vegeta thing, where Vegeta...
The Vegeta
Bulma, and I also made a cartoon with Dr. Mario where he gropes
Street Fighter Chode.
Yeah, and Street Fighter.
I've done other things, but if we're doing specific
and
Newgrounds
Sailor Man.
content, I've done Newgrounds cartoons. Yeah, I've done Street Fighter Chode. But that's not what he fucking has.
It kind of is. Or
You have a wide-ranging portfolio.
Yeah, I have a portfolio behind it, I guess.
I love the wide, like the summer camp style icebreaker this has become.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Jeff, or JohnnyUtah, a character from the movie Point Break. I made such hits as Tankman and Tankman 2.
You made the first Minecraft parody.
I made the first Minecraft parody.
What was it called?
Minecraft Pals.
And Pokemon and Cancer.
And then I made Pokemon Cancer, which got a lot of hate.
That's not what it's called.
And then I made
Pokemon loves Cancer.
I made
that's not entirely true. You also did like a very groundbreaking cover of that guy on the train yelling at the other guy, and then the guy punches him.
That's right. I did that.
You did a topical
That is
meme.
really good.
Tom and I made The Room the Game, which was very popular for a time. And now I've been working on a console game for the last several years.
We've
So
been
I've
working on
kinda-
Memory Cops.
Yeah, that's what we all been doing.
Kind of keeping a low profile.
Sweet.
What's your name, bud? What's your name?
Will.
My name?
Yeah.
My name is Will. I was on Newgrounds a lot, basically 10 years ago, and I've only recently come back, and I'm a Newgrounds podcaster now, I guess you could call
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
You
And
rock.
thank you. And this is thank you. This is funny because Jeff, you were like one of the first people I actually reached out to do a
I
ground
know.
control.
I told him I shot you down.
Yeah.
He shut me down, and I don't blame you at all because it was back when nobody knew what this was. I barely knew what it was. It had no proof it was going to be any good at all.
That's how podcasts start. That was Sleepy.
I was in a bad mood that day. Sorry.
That's totally cool. I think the day you said either the day you said yes or the day you said no, I was sitting in the lobby of my apartment waiting for pest control to be done, spraying my entire thing for roaches. So it was just a really big day for me.
Just make them feel worse.
Just tell me what a bad person I am.
You just twist the knife.
Ask us a question now.
Oh yeah, shoot. This is supposed to be a conducted.
Yeah.
It's not. It's really not. It's a chat.
It's not.
Ask something scandalous.
Ask anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shoot.
Corey and I
Shoot.
are drinking. Just ask anything.
Yeah,
Worst thing they've
we're
ever
under the
done.
influence, so we're bound to
Look around you right now. What is your favorite part of the office you're in?
Where we're at. I like the living room.
I like
yeah,
this.
the couch is
sweet,
comfy.
The living room's cool. I like my desk though.
I like all the figurines on the wall.
The figurines are cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how they collect dust and attract bugs.
Also, Jeff's fight sticks.
This is something I've actually been curious of. What is a snack situation like at a Newgrounds office? Do you just have a super?
Snacks?
Yeah. Do you have a super stocked snack room with everything you could possibly want?
No,
we used to.
Yeah, there used to be a container with pretzels and other weird shit because everyone specific. I wasn't here then, but everyone specific to the office had the shit they liked, so they had specific food items. But here nowadays, it's just kind of you just buy stuff. But we don't really have stuff. We kind of have a fridge, and everybody can kind of have what they want if they want it. But I don't think anybody wants 2-year-old applesauce and old fucking cottage cheese. And so
Cheese sticks.
yeah, I mean, you get cheese sticks
It's a
and
comfortable
yogurt.
place.
We just buy shit from Wawa in the grocery store and then eat it and then run out of food and starve.
Yeah, usually. And we counterbalance it with whoever wants it.
Ninja Muffin is doing a better job than me. He's in the audience right now, in text form, giving us questions and commentary and stuff. If you look at the audience channel, you can see him in there being a goof.
Okay,
Well,
Cam.
you just read
ask
some of them to us.
Yeah. Well, his first question is when next collab?
Yeah.
When's the next collab?
Wow.
That's right.
Who knows?
I don't know. Should we say it?
We can just say the date.
Could we toss
Okay.
out in line and some suggestions? What?
Of what? What's the
He-
question?
He's asking.
Give him a riddle.
He's asking when the next collab
Give him a
is.
riddle.
A riddle.
What it's gonna be.
I'm not fucking that hat. I don't know.
You're aiming for something maybe before the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe.
great.
There. Don't hold your breath, but
Taurus
there
and
might be.
Virtue hold the key.
There's a loose tentative plan.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
If something happens, it'll happen on Halloween, and if it doesn't happen on Halloween, then just forget I ever said that.
It'll happen on Halloween unless it doesn't, in which case it'll happen at some other point in the future after that. Is that right?
Yeah, it'll happen the 1st of November.
Cool.
Remember.
Well, I started this as the Collab Roundtable, so I was getting together all the people, or at least a lot of people who I figured would be the most expert on the topic of the collab. So
that
that's
would
what you
be
guys
us.
are. You're the meet the experts kind of thing here.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that the collab, it seems like the collab is Newgrounds' signature art form to me. It's that one thing we have that people don't really seem to do outside of it.
Yes, you're saying like people don't really do collabs outside of Newgrounds. Like they do, but they're all just like redraw collabs. Like
the collab that I guess like the thing about a collab is, and this is something that like me and Dave have discussed, and then Ivan, I'm assuming like you've also been in like the conversation, but it's like a collab. You can't just make a collab. Like you can make any kind of theme you want. The problem is when it comes to a collab, it's very specific on what you make. That's why we did Dragon Ball and like Smash, because those anybody understands. Anybody can get behind a Dragon Ball and a Smash collab because everybody fucking plays these games and knows these animes. So when you're doing a collab, it's incredibly important to kind of not just do topical, but do it like kind of somewhat current and that people would understand, even if it's like you could do a niche collab, but also niche in a sense where people would be able to get behind it. Yeah. And that's primarily why the collabs that have been out so far are specifically like themed.
I guess that's a good thing. It's like I guess like the main rule is like it's got to be something that like animators know about, so you get a ton of people in.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like if you don't have that, if it's like something too obscure, a lot of people are gonna join.
Exactly. Yeah, you do.
The reason we don't do them all the time is because they're probably more work than people realize.
Yeah, they're a fucking pain in the ass.
I was around before these guys when Stamper and I. Stamper put together the Metal Gear collab and the Street Fighter collab.
You should talk about.
Street Fighter one especially. That story.
So we compiled those in Flash, and we were running into Flash bugs that no one's ever seen before because our Flash files were so enormous.
Oh, jeez.
Stamper had to go through and manually optimize every single person's cartoon because everyone animates differently. He had to go in and he saw like, there was repeated art where there shouldn't have been, and like there's a lot of funny animators that were just not very good at Flash. He had to go in and actually spend like days optimizing every cartoon.
That's so
he had to optimize. He had to take all the waves out and turn them into MP3s. He had to do all this shit to fit 30 plus cartoons into one timeline. Basically, like Flash has a limit on your timeline for like 15 fucking minutes or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
But there's a shortcut. If you line up a bunch of movie clips and play them all individually, you can cheat the system and make it run like over an hour.
That's Chode was kind of the same way. Like when I did Chode was like a terrible experience trying to upload it. It literally took me like 2 months to just upload the fucking video.
To export it.
We had spent days trying to export the Street Fighter collab because it's
hell. Yeah, like Flash is not optimized to handle like anything over like I was working in 500 megabytes, and I didn't even have a fucking gigabyte of RAM for my goddamn computer. So I'm fucking trying to figure out how that fucking black magic worked. I eventually just gave it to my friend because I was at the bottom of my fucking like rope. I had gone through all 5 stages of grief, and I'm like, here, you fucking do it. I want to kill myself. And he took it, and he somehow did it. A week later, he gave it to me, and what he did was he went in, smoothed everything. And I was a dumbass who was working on 30 frames per second, and I had exceeded the 16,000 frames. You can only have 16,000 frames in Flash. I exceeded that. And I didn't use a cam, so I had already exceeded the limit of memory. And he was like, you fucking lunatic. So he had to go in, smooth everything out, turn everything into movie clips, and then manually set everything in specific scenes. So when you click the button, it did that, and it took him like a week straight to do it. But he wanted to do it because he wanted to get Chode out. But Chode was a fucking ordeal. So when you talk about like the collab and how Stamper wanted to pull out what little hair he had left to fucking do that thing, I was in the same fucking position for Chode, not to make this story about me.
Now the problem was we skipped ahead a few years, and these guys, Ivan and Dave, they wanted to make a collab. And I explained the pitfall, like the warnings and the red flags and the pitfalls of doing a collab. Yeah. But in the end, I thought it might be slightly easier because they were just compiling video clips. Like,
it was easier in that regard.
Easier in that regard. But then, because Ivan's ambitious.
That's a light way. Shit. Ivan, you gotta explain yourself. You went dark for like a week. We didn't talk to you until it was just
that was scary.
Everyone was texting me. Everyone was calling me. I didn't do anything. I was like, so pissed.
We gotta set this up. So this is the Smash collab, and this is Ivan was doing the menu and take it away.
Yeah, it was like so I used this like program called Construct 3, which is basically like a thing that's supposed to like program without programming. Yeah. You would think it makes it easier, and it does in a lot of ways, but it's not really designed to like compile videos.
And it exports
in
it
that way.
in HTML5 or whatever.
HTML5, so you can play it on phones, you can play it on desktop. It all works smoothly.
Can I go into more about like what it was for first?
Yeah, it's for the Street Fighter. I don't know. Smash class.
Smash collab.
We've been wanting
following along.
an interactive menu like we had in previous collabs, but not in Flash.
And it was in the style of like the Smash Bros thing. So you drag and drop the thing, do all that, play movies.
It's super cool. I saw it too. It makes you feel like you're actually playing like Melee, and you're selecting your character, and your character is a clip of the collab. It's really fun.
Exactly. Yeah, that was
shows all the credits and shit too. So, but that was just hell. And like, it got to the point where there was so many like checkpoints. Right, it was working. It was doing fine. I showed it to you guys. Yeah, everybody here saw it. It was all working. It was fine. It was amazing.
Beautiful.
I would add some other shit in, and then it would just break. Everything would be broken, and it's like you spend that for days
Welcome
and days.
to fucking coding one.
I felt bad because you do plan ahead. You're like, I'm gonna have it done by this date. Everything's going well.
Yeah,
but
you work by a schedule.
You're kind of pushing. You're kind of pushing the limit. So like things pop up that you don't expect.
Yeah.
Ivan was slowly figuring it out for months on end.
When did we get
And he would smile ear to ear every time he made progress.
When did it come out? When did it come out?
You were the thing.
The Smash Collab.
The Smash Collab released in video format only at first on a few minutes after Christmas. So like on the 26th. We worked all Christmas.
No offense to Ivan. He hit the worst fucking road bumps anyone fucking imaginable working with this fucking construct bullshit.
It was like hell,
yeah, it was a nightmare. This thing was supposed to be up. God, I don't want to. It was like supposed to be up like the 12th.
Dude, that was some fuck shit because the delays. First, it was like we missed like a few. We're like, okay, it's gonna take a week. That's gonna be it.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be.
Well, no, the first thing, it was supposed to come out on the 7th.
Yeah,
the
7th of December was the first date for it.
Yeah, because that's when Smash came out.
But my cartoon wasn't even done until like the 22nd.
We weren't done until 21st.
It's all right.
So to throw ourselves under the bus while you were fucking doing stuff, we were still trying to finish our fucking cartoons.
But we passed that. And then
what do you want to say, Jeff?
We'll get to it, but I want you guys to explain how I saved the day.
That was like very curious.
Thank you, Jeff, for giving us some direction forward here.
Just before it came out, it was like the day before Christmas. We'd been like barely sleeping at all.
Yeah.
We weren't even leaving to eat or get coffee at this point. Because like normally we walk out for coffee like once a day, but we weren't even eating or doing anything. But Jeff, who was chilling at home, came like he got up off his couch and he came all the way. Yeah, and you were done your cartoon already at that point.
Unbelievably selfless of me. Yes.
Jeff got in his car and drove all the way to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And then he went up to the window. He ordered food.
Selflessly.
Saved us.
Ordered a bunch of food, came back, made sure these guys stayed alive.
We didn't even pay him back.
No.
You got sucked
and they missed out on the fucking sauce.
It was more than the dollar menu.
I just walked home like drats.
What a hero, man.
So we that was a pain in the fucking ass. Like even when we got our thing done, Ivan was dealing with his own hell. We were like, we have to get out by Christmas. And it pretty much got to the point where Ivan was just like, you know what? I want to kill myself. Here you go. I'm done. He's like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking.
I want to try and provide a rough outline. So it's like we announced it in August. We made a trailer in a week that mimicked the Melee intro.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we all worked and everybody was doing a great job. And we had our first delay from November to December, which was okay. We kind of like were planning for that a little bit. And then, so like we thought December 7th would definitely be it. We were all excited to me and Corey were excited to play the game, and we wanted to have it done.
Okay.
And but then, then it quickly went past the 7th, and then it was like the 12th or something after that. Yeah. And then towards I think then we promised it would come out the 22nd. Even Kerbifer was saying that it would.
Yeah.
And we had to tell him to shut his fucking mouth.
We didn't do that. No. At that point, it was like
to bring up Kerbifer.
I mean, him to get him to shut up.
But at that point, I think people were asking when is it going to come out, and we just took radio silence. We didn't talk to anybody, wouldn't say anything.
We made white noise into their ears.
Yeah, we got nervous because everybody was asking when it was going to come out. We'd already put out a ton of promos.
Newgrounds shut down that day.
Dude, we looked at each other and were just like,
this was giving me nightmares. The Street Fighter
pulled the fucking cord.
We delayed that for months. People were getting pissed.
Yeah, there was a riot outside. People were kicking. We just shut the power down.
And some did, but we kept begging them not to because Stamper was doing all of it, so I can't.
Stamper!
Stamper was being very ambitious as well. He wanted this fully animated intro.
And this is back during the Street Fighter collab.
He had his hands full with a lot of stuff, but he eventually got it done.
Yeah,
we got it out. We got it done. So
everything got finished eventually. So
I still feel like ashamed that I haven't, because like we always, I guess, well, this ties into what we're saying. It's like we always say that the collab's going to come out, and then it's a couple days late, and then we just like work endlessly for like 3 days straight till it's done. But Stamper, who took his time, 4 months time, took like symbols and assets from every single person's cartoon and made that intro for the Street Fighter cartoon.
Everybody's cartoon that he wasn't going to use in the main one.
And yeah,
he was like, wow, these all.
No. The end credits had the kick.
No, the intro too.
The intro too had stuff that wasn't in the main one.
That was a whole. I was gonna bring that up
because that's the thing. Like there was too many. It would be like the equivalents. No, not to interrupt you.
No. Go ahead.
It'd be like the equivalents when we were doing the Smash thing. We had to go through all the entries.
Dude, I know. That's why I've never done it, and I feel bad.
Well, there was like 200 people who sent us like fucking here's how you bounce a ball, like demonstration, like animation. But to be fair, we said give us your best content that you would show an audience. Okay. No offense to the people who aren't good at animating or like specifically know what they're doing.
Already. Yeah, going into that.
But when you send a fucking ball bouncing and you're like, and you're doing like your basic tutorials, that's not okay. When you're trying to show an audience of what you can do, showing us like ball bouncing tutorials and
if you're applying to the collab and your application for your animation thing is just like a lined piece of paper with pencil drawings on it, I just want to fucking kill you.
You guys try to limit the issues. Like we had issues before because we had an open call. We're like anybody can submit.
Yeah, we had to limit it to like
collabs. And then that's where a lot of people got mad at us because it's like we had limited space. We're like, let's just pick the best 30 or so, and we'll put those out. And
that's what you got to do, or else it should be like 3 hours long.
And even Stamper to his credit. Like the end of the Street Fighter collab, there's this animation of Vega dancing and stuff, and it's really funny in context over the credits. But that was part of a cartoon that we initially cut.
Yeah.
Oh, so and Stamper's like, all right, I'll try to salvage what I can, put it in. And that guy still got, I think, mad at us. I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for being mad, but it's like we're just doing the best with what we can.
Yeah, it's like with the Smash thing, like there were 200 entries that people sent in.
Well, there's more than that.
Yeah, there was more. And some of them were very good. Like, don't get us wrong. There were some amazing animators. But the problem is we were like, your best work that you would think your audience like, and people will like, it's like, we look at it and we're like, this is like high art. It's like, it's beautiful, but we had to be choice. And we had a maybe list. We had a potentially maybe list. And then we had a no. And then we had a absolutely not. And you would have to categorize that. I mean, we were thinking about doing a collab where it's like, the entries that didn't make it through, and they were like what do you call it?
Tom who's always nice and considerate.
Tom is like the nicest guy ever.
He said that we should do like a backup Smash collab that has cartoons for all the people who didn't get into the main one. But
that's a good idea. That's fun. That's a lot of work, but that's fun.
The problem is we would have to edit that and make the same fucking nightmare that Ivan was working on.
It's too much work.
Exactly.
It can't be done.
Yeah, it couldn't be done. So
we were like about it, but it's like it's too much hell. It's like there's no time.
Yeah, it was too much work. It was we're not trying to slight the audience, the Newgrounds people who are like listening to stuff. It's like we wanted to have all the stuff, but people have to understand when you have 200 plus fucking entries, nobody wants to listen to a 3-hour collab of ball bouncing.
I want to say that we never turned down a single fucking person just for nothing. Okay. We watched everybody's cartoons, even ones that suck. We watched everyone's fucking cartoons.
Specifically the ones that suck, we watched them again.
Yeah, no, we would watch the ones that suck to make sure they suck.
We were thorough.
And then we would angrily type no next to them on the list. Definitely not. And then they messaged us like, "Are we getting in?" And we're just like,
"We gotta send them." Like, you got the gold ticket. It's not coming in just yet. Wait till next year. That's mean, but.
There's winners and losers in life. That's how it is.
I just want to say that there's no prejudice. Because I want to say that, like...
No, you guys were fair as shit.
We had to be. We kind of, like, we twisted the rules on some of them. Like, some of them are, like, questionable, but we laughed at it, so we put them in.
Even you guys were like, should we put them in? And I'm standing behind with my arms crossed. I'm like, this stinks. Don't do it. And I was being the bad guy. But it's like, my philosophy is like a collab is only as good as like the weakest link, because I feel like once somebody hits a bad part,
another thing too.
They're gonna turn it off.
That's another thing too.
So
like
I was worried about it.
When we're doing collabs, like when me and Dave are like looking over it. Explain it. Yeah.
So when we're doing collabs, and normally we save this for the very end, is when I'm sitting there with Premiere open and we're organizing all the shorts. And in this case, Ivan had to also plug all of them in command-wise for the menu. because basically the menu is like basically compiling the collab all over a second time. Yeah. So Ivan and I both edited the collab together in our own way. And but anyway, like the night before it came out, like hours before fucking release, I didn't know how the fuck to organize these things. And like Corey sat down with me and Ivan, and we all just like, we put them together like Lego pieces and see what order they all work best in. And we try and make sure that no jokes overlap or anything goes too close. And I was tired as fuck, and Ivan was tired as fuck. And Corey almost single-handedly pretty much arranged the whole Smash collab to the point where like we were laughing ourselves to tears.
Yeah, because like the placement is important because like people's attention span is like that of infants nowadays. So it's like you can only keep someone's attention for so long. When you're watching a fucking collab, you got to hit them hard with something either gross or weird. So they're like, what the fuck? And then they tune in for the rest. You throw something sexual at some point to keep their interest. And
that's a staple for you.
And then you smear out like the middle point with like some kind of like meandering, like kind of like just getting through it. Yeah. And then you smack them with some funny shit in like the midpoint. Yeah. And then you throw just like some weird shit. So they're just like, am I like, at this point, am I tripping? And then you fucking just hit them with the end. And they're just like, oh my God, what the heck?
It sounds like you guys are a band putting together like a perfect set list or something. Like you're a band doing a concert.
It's hard because like some people, their shit's amazing. But it's like you just watched a cartoon that made you piss yourself. So you can't just watch another cartoon that makes you like really laugh hard. You have to kind of like lower it out with something pretty, and then hit him with something funny.
Not everyone's a master comedian. Some people's cartoons are more just like weird or strange.
Yeah,
and so
really
like
beautiful.
If somebody has a funny cartoon and somebody has a hilarious cartoon, you don't want to put them back to back because then they'll either forget one or not laugh at the other.
Yeah.
So you want to put something that's it's just like what we're saying. You just kind of want to arrange them right, and you probably want to have like a strong opening, a strong middle, and you want to save like all the best shit for like the end.
Yeah, you definitely need a strong middle because that's what keeps people's attention after a while. They're like, why am I still fucking watching this? Because no offense, like
none taken.
The Street Fighter collab. I mean, even the Metal Gear, like there's some that you remember.
The
but
Street Fighter collab is still great.
It's
the
really
Metal
good.
Gear collab has, I don't know.
Yeah, it's draining until you get
the Metal Gear collab was much longer.
Yeah,
that was our first attempt.
The Street Fighter one.
Wait, was the Transformers the second one?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Transformers is almost like the forgotten one. I almost forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That had some good ones though.
The thing about the Street Fighter one though is like we watched the Street Fighter one and we actually reached out to the ones that made us like really laugh and enjoy it. Like we reached out to them for the Smash collab. So the Street Fighter one actually invoked us with like, we were like, damn, we got to get them on this one because they knew what they were doing.
No, what was it? Like there were some people came like there was
like the Dragon Ball collab introduced a whole new bunch because that was like our first collab. Yep. So we learned about that's another thing that's really cool. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But like when we did the Dragon Ball collab, which was like the first time doing a collab, it introduced us to a fucking truck idea, and they're like, God damn, these guys are funny. So we brought them back. If you saw in the Smash collab, they were actually a part of that. Like they were like a lot of people came back to do the Smash collab, and then like some people bleed off and do like there's the One Piece collab that's being done.
Yeah, by Ando.
Yeah, so like those people are working on that too, and it's like you get new people. And also new people who come to like these events that you can like talk to because you feel like you've met through the collab. So the collab is also a way to meet new artists and animators because you fucking basically come together over this fucking cartoon that you're all putting your shit together to try and make it work.
And these collabs really do help a lot of people because a lot of times these animators, and as funny as talented they are, they kind of maybe lack motivation sometimes. They don't know what to do with their talents. So we're like, do that. Like when we know that we have some specific rules, you have a deadline. Mm-hmm. That's when they really get to work and they make something.
Yeah,
and then it's showcased amongst like because like people tune into the Smash Club, they hear that like I'm pointing to Corey. They hear that Corey's in it. They hear that Jeff's in it. They hear that Palo's in it.
Yeah.
And then names you can drop like brings people to the collab,
and then people find
that.
New favorites too amongst like the new people that like we find.
Yeah, that's pretty much how like you learn about your favorites. You gain like new appreciation for these new artists and stuff. Like I don't know.
Ivan, when will be your collab debut?
Yeah, I still gotta make mine. I thought the menu was gonna pass it, but I guess not.
The menu
cartoon. Yeah,
you gotta fucking holy shit! It's gonna be the Ivan collab at this fucking point. It's gonna be Ivan's fucking like you can put that on his portfolio.
If you did make a menu for this next one,
it'd be amazing.
That'd be great. But I do want to say about the whole thing is like even though we come back to the same people in each collab, it's also open. It's not biased. Like just playing favorites like an inside click or anything like that. It's still pretty much giving everybody a fair chance.
Yeah, they
talent.
Like we get new people. We're not just like it's just that we know these guys. Would come back and do another one. So we're like hitting them with it.
But you want it to be good for the audience, and being wishy-washy with stuff, it just would make the collab weaker and get less views. You got to just.
If you're funny and cool, then you'll get in. I mean, like there's this dude, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and honestly I haven't seen him make a cartoon since, but like it was the guy who he joined in on the Dragon Ball Z collab, and like honestly like his actual like art ability, right?
Just say his fucking collab sucked.
Okay, listen, he did the one where it's Hit from Dragon Ball Super. And it's
that guy's fucking amazing.
Yeah, no. It's like his
is hilarious.
His actual it's like he drew it with like colored pencils. I'm not sure, but like when I saw the art, I was like, oh no. But then I watched it, and it was like fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was legitimately funny. And someone like that wouldn't have gotten like their cartoons would have come on Newgrounds, and people would it would have been second guessed. Yeah. But like when we see it, we can see the potential of like,
it's like
their
we
quality.
We can laugh at it. So we're like, oh my god, we gotta get this fucking shit in there. And that dude's awesome. And also like I think like 2 days before the collab came out, this dude, this dude named XXX Squidward XX.
Yeah. Oh god,
he emailed a cartoon that was like gibberish, like a fucking ransom note, and it just had this 6-second MS Paint cartoon where like what is that?
K. Rool just walks up.
K. Rool walks up to Bowser, and Bowser has diarrhea and shits on him, and K. Rool screams really loud and clips the mic. And it made me fucking cry laughing, and we got that in there immediately.
I got scared because like he emailed it to the Collabs email, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's fucking."
It's like
shit.
it's just funny, like
it's
just funny because it's just like we reject like 2,000 entries, and this guy comes in, he's like, "Here's my entry," and it's just Bowser getting shit on it, like some blood clipping on it. We're like, "Wow, you're in!" He's like, "Are you excited for Smash Brothers?"
He's like. Can you put the cartoon in here like right now?
Play the audio. It's only like a second long. It's a much needed entry.
Remember showing that to Tom, and Tom didn't know what to think. And like Tom, I called Tom around. I'm like, Tom, had to see this.
Like a top 10 who would get like a fucking like $100.
Did he win?
It was like 9 a.m. or something. Like Tom was like just in. I was like, Tom, come see this. And Tom walked over and he saw the MS Paint images. I don't know what he was thinking at first. But then
I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
when the dude got shit on and screamed, then Tom laughed really hard. And we front page that guy's cartoons ever since.
He's fucking hilarious. So yeah, it's funny. You learn like these entries are sent in, and like maybe they think it's a joke. They're just like, oh, I just made this real quick. But then it's like, no, this is the best one. Everyone else, like, there's some really good ones, but you can't beat X Squidward's fucking shouting Bowser cartoon. It hits like the high notes of everything that we laugh at. Yeah. Which is probably unfair, but at the same time, we're like immature adults, so get over yourself.
I'll give you guys a question, kind of a prompt to send us forward.
Yeah. Okay.
And by the way, I'm still here. Hi.
Welcome.
So without asking, thanks. Whatever the next one is going to be, you guys have talked about a lot of different reasons that bottlenecked the project, being too ambitious, or the menu being more complicated than you thought, or people not being optimized with their things they were sending you. What are some things you think you're going to do to organize the next one so that it doesn't happen like that again?
Nothing. We're gonna do the.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
There's no way.
We like how fucked up it is. As much as it pains us, it makes me borderline suicidal when it's close to done. Like honestly, like I don't know if like that's depression's real or not when that happens.
It's the best way to do it because you give everybody a fair shake, and then you can kind of like literally pinpoint the best out of that. And like people who are adamant with it will. Like they'll stick around, and like
it just comes out the best that way.
Yeah, because people who are committed and are willing to work within our fucking unfair, just insane schedules can work within our schedules.
I think that like everything that like we need to learn, not need to learn. I'm sure we could always do better, but I think like Ivan and I really. It's not thoughtless. Like we've endlessly spent, we've spent like hours and hours and days like discussing all sorts of shit on how to optimize certain things. And like we learned a lot from the Dragon Ball Z collab since that was me and Ivan's first attempt, and we were guided by like Jeff's past wisdom. And I mean, like we applied like most of what we learned from the DBZ collab on the Smash.
The Smash collab was a lot better. I was just saying that earlier, but it's like it went way smoother. We had so few delays, like a month more.
Yeah,
and versus like 3 or 5 months. Like,
I know.
Smash thing or a DBZ thing. So it's improving, but I feel like that's like maybe the best we can get. Maybe.
I'll say that while you guys sound like you're when you're talking about the things that made it really hard and how suicidal and depressed it makes you guys, it also at the same time sounds like you're having the time of your life the whole time.
Dude, you're actually gonna kill yourself.
Wait, what?
You're gonna have suicide.
That was really bad. When the Smash, wait, you're talking about Smash, right?
Smash,
Yeah, with the Smash one, I don't know. Like I was to make sure that I worked as much as possible because like I wanted to finish like the 4-minute cartoon. I was trying to do 2 cartoons at first, but that didn't work.
I can't believe you were fucking doing 2.
I was trying, and I mean, like, I was also trying to do the audio fears and helping like a ton of other people. I would sleep on opposite hours of everybody because like I like to hang out with Corey and everyone. But like if I wake up when they're asleep, then I won't hang out with anybody. So then I can get the most work done. So I would wake up at like 6 and work until 7 a.m. And I hadn't seen the sun in a long time. And towards the end of the collab, I kind of wanted to like kill myself.
At one point, the DBZ thing, I got so pissed about some shit. I just went outside, got a hammer, and just started smashing rocks like vigorously. Like, literally, just doing that. I was like, this. Then I came back and started working on it again, and then we got it done. And I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's cathartic.
It's like, oh wow. Okay.
Ivan's the realest dude. I know that like he's probably not whining as much as I am, but like Ivan felt just as much pain, if not more, especially after Christmas, because Ivan worked longer than I did on the collab. But like the one night before it came out, I remember like I was gonna go to sleep on the floor, but Corey forced me to stay awake to work longer, which was good, but I hated it at the time. But then I stayed up all night with Ivan.
Yeah.
And like I don't think we even said a word all night, except for like,
just like, man.
I just pointed to like a file and you'd send it, and you'd point to a file and I'd
It was literally just like send me that file. I was like, okay, can I have that?
And it just went on all night. And then at like 10 a.m. we said our goodbyes. And I don't even remember what we did after that.
I think I went home, showered, came right back, and then we started it again.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, another night. Damn, that was
And
shit.
that was when we weren't sleeping. Like towards the end, we didn't even like sleep. Sounds depressing.
I know that Ninja Muffin's here, and we're not giving him much of a chance to say anything because he's in the audience. But if there's anything, if he asks anything, I'll give it to you. He said earlier, Bowser eating shit right at the beginning was an absolute power move. I agree with that.
We want to talk about that. I was going to bring that up.
What?
Putting bassets at the front, everybody being mad about it.
It's,
a lot of people were talking
I guess
about
it's
that,
because like it's just one of those things where it sets the mood. Like the problem is like if you make your thing, if it's funny and like topical to Smash, it won't work. You have to make people who are tuning into like a Newgrounds collab hate the first submission or be questionable. Like they'll either laugh at it or just be fucking pissed that the first thing is about eating shit. Yeah. Because like that's the essence of Newgrounds, is like to make something that is against what people would expect to the actual theme of the cartoon. And like that's pretty much Bassett's cartoon. And it was like, I guess it wasn't the same as like Dragon Ball, but probably expect the same thing for
Dragon Ball started Big Goku.
The collab that shall not be named if we do it around Halloween. But like it's just to set the mood. You can't just like release a cartoon with a specific theme. You have to make a cartoon that's immediately going to make people pissed off or laugh.
Well, it's like, people are just like, oh, Smash Brothers collab.
Yeah, they're turning into a Smash Brothers collab.
It's gonna be Fox and Final Destination and funny. And then it's like it starts out and it's just Pac-Man and he's angry because people are saying they're gonna shit on his floor. And it's hilarious. Bassett's just like the funniest fucking dude.
He's fucking hilarious.
His cartoons work so perfectly as openers. I don't know why people were mad.
I hope he comes back.
They were only mad because like you said, a Smash cartoon.
Yeah.
Bowser eats you on the toilet. I fucking hate this collab.
I love it though because like they get all the way to the end, they make the whole cartoon, then he eats the shit, and it's like the time is gone. They can't take it back. They all sat through it, and now it's like, I hate that cartoon.
Big shit.
Yeah, and he shits and eats it.
So every single one of those people watch Bowser eat like a fucking sick about it.
They could skip the next one, but they all definitely saw
No, nobody skipped it. Everyone watched it. They watched it with a smile on their face.
Were there any other contributors to the Smash one that you want to shout out that like did especially well or was especially funny to you guys?
Halo.
Cool.
Halo is a really humble and really nice guy, and I'm not just sucking him off. He's just genuinely really cool. He helped us. Like he retweeted like every promotional thing we did for it. He helped lift up all the other members of the collab.
Yeah.
And his own short was just like hilarious, and he
was the midpoint. He was like what kept people's attention. Like when you're thinking about it, you need a collab entry that can keep people like reading for more. Like Halo's was the one that like kept people watching after because his was like it hit all the notes. It was like it was funny. It was fast paced. It kept people's attention with like attention spans and shit. And then you could throw them in with the next shit afterwards. But it's like Halo was pretty much the fucking glue that held the collab in place at the midpoint.
I also really dug Doodle submission. We did the one that was like Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
talking about Dr. Mario. Yeah.
Yeah.
card.
Evil
Yeah.
Oh, that was
We
good.
quoted his
Luigi,
all-
those are the
I mean, there was a lot of entries that were really funny.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Smash collab, in comparison to the Dragon Ball collab, was like, for me, there was a lot more entries I found that were funny.
I guess, what is it? I want to say this dude, Jacquin. I remember me and Corey were going through submissions and we found his thing and we watched his Free Frog cartoon where the guy's gonna like kill himself but not.
Yeah.
And that was really funny. And then
he was good with delivery.
I feel like I've just kind of seen him like blow up online lately, and I feel really proud that he was in the collab.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then there was the one, the name eludes me, but he's kind of got like this pineapple avatar where like Bowser goes to a castle. Dieter. He's funny and he's really talented too.
Yeah, so that sounds great.
There's a lot of animators. Like there's like one that was like really cutesy. It was like with like the nightlight and the ink.
Oh, that's 3D Rod.
Yeah, 3D Rod.
Splatoon one.
Yeah, his was like a phenomenon. Like unbelievably, it blew up. Like that shit got like millions of views alone. That shit was like
yeah.
And it was really cute. It was like perfect to like it was a perfect homage to the original thing. And 3D Rod's really cool. So it's cool when like people kind of like when they post their individual entries or they kind of put like their own like thing up to see how that pops off and to see like their own like audience grow along with like something. And that's kind of like the next collab we have planned. I don't know if I can speak for this. It's like kind of want to do the same thing, like have that kind of like pop off with like artists based on what their tastes are in. We're trying to be vague.
Sure. You're doing a good job.
Okay.
It's like, and I guess like talking about like the promotional side of stuff, it's like we just want as many people to see it as possible, that we want people to go to Newgrounds, but that's like how it kind of works. So it's like if people post their individual shorts, then like their fans will come to the thing to see like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So like everybody posting their shorts on Twitter with like the hashtag or like certain cartoons that are like picked to go up on like the Newgrounds YouTube like help. And it was cool that like 3D Rods like got like 14,000 some retweets.
Yeah. That's something I like about the idea of the collabs too, is that everything that comes out with every animator, every tweet, every Facebook post, it all draws the attention inward to Newgrounds. It all goes to that one central place.
Yeah, and everybody tries to do the push to it too. Like nobody's like directly being like, "Oh, you can." No, they're all like pushing to have it on the Newgrounds original thing. They're not looking to have it on YouTube. That's another thing too. Is like we don't upload the entire thing to YouTube.
Yeah, never. It's like
because like it's so easy to just like siphon views. Like people can just like upload the collab and just siphon views because it's like, but we don't want that. We want people to go to Newgrounds because like make the effort to like see something. Because like YouTube is a total fucking different ballgame nowadays. Like, good luck making anything that isn't above any kind of fucking Christian values on YouTube if you want to even see the light of day. You wouldn't believe
that's right.
On YouTube, like even just uploading stuff to Newgrounds, it's like everything is blacklisted.
Yeah.
Everyone is blacklisted. You said heck, you're fucking blacklisted because you implied hell. Like they don't give a fuck. Like they throw you down and step on your head and crush your fucking what little of your brain that you have left.
Yeah, it's dumb.
YouTube's horrible.
That too, though, because it's like a kid tried to steal the whole collab. He took the video version and put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then Palo helped us do the copyright claim and help like me and Tom like figure stuff out to get it down.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then when I put up my cartoon to promo the thing on like the YouTube, it got age restricted like almost immediately. And then he helped me like file the thing against that, and then it got
or whatever.
Yeah. He helped me do like the thing to get the age restrict repealed, but then it got the shadow age restrict. That like it ended up like being better than nothing. You know.
Yeah. And then, like, when my thing came up, it was like, it got shit in.
You just got the shadow thing.
Yeah, I got shadow. And my thing didn't even have anything.
Yeah,
like, that's the thing. Like, if anybody knows my background, they know, like, primarily everything I make is adult. Yeah. So it's like, my entry was probably the least adult thing I've done in fucking years. There was no girls' tits hanging out or butt visible. It was just, like balloons tied to a robot. It's like, it was really the least, but I know why it got age restricted. It's because there was a part where the girl moans, and I told you not to do it, and you still fucking put it in.
I love that part.
Yeah, baby, laugh.
I know it's funny. Why? Because they heard the moan, and their fucking Christian radars went off, and they were like, "Shut it down. This is not good for Sunday school."
That's another thing. Why I wanted to see the menu was like Newgrounds versus YouTube. You can have menus, you can have interactive videos, and
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. That gives you so much more potential to do whatever whatever thing you want as far as a menu or as far as interactive elements. YouTube is just a video. Starts and ends.
It's a video. That's the best way of saying it.
Well, guys, I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up, but thank you guys so much for coming on and shooting the shit. It's been really fun. I love you guys just rambling about it. I'm probably not gonna edit this nearly as much as usual because it's just such a fun rant.
That's fair.
All right,
This is not organized at all.
No.
This is the best way to do. That's literally SleepyCabin. We just get together and shoot shit.
A big thank you to those guys for joining me, or I guess me for joining them. If you were listening from when my girlfriend came in, she actually did come in. I didn't have to stop the episode because while they were talking at one point, my girlfriend came into the apartment and asked, like, is it okay? Do we need to stop? And I'm like, no, they're doing their thing. Come on in. Do you need anything? Do you need water? And I kind of talked to her, and then I put the headphones back on and they were talking, and I was like, yeah, cool. Probably shouldn't have shared that. Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share about this episode? Leave a review on Newgrounds, and I might read some of it at the top of the next show. As always, you can join our Discord at bit.ly/GroundsPatrol. You can follow us on Twitter at Grounds Patrol. You can follow me on Newgrounds and Twitter at WillKMR. And thank you to Waterflame for the use of his song Below. The next episode is on August 21st. Oh, actually, that's a real cool one. Stay tuned. The next episode is going to be something different. It's going to be celebrating the 10-year anniversary of my Newgrounds account, and I'm going to do it in a way I'm really excited about. Can you tell? August 21st. Be there. Until next time, stay creative.